I'm that lion from the zoo. Now figure that out.
Oh, I'm so happy that all of these southern states and towns are getting their homes washed away. Their children, their parents, their animals, their whole entire lives washed away. All praise to the Most High. Do you hear how sick, crazy, disgusting, and twisted that sounds? I have been seeing so many of my people talk about how they are happy and overjoyed and elated that Hurricane Helene has come and done its damage, and specifically in reference to Sundown Towns. I don't know what kind of earth y'all are living on, but one, do y'all understand that it's not only just white people in a lot of these towns? Secondly, first and foremost, actually, God created us all in his image. And it is so sick and disgusting to me that I'm seeing people praising God. Like, the audacity and the gall that y'all have to throw my God into y'all's monstrous and preposterous statements, and to thank the Lord that people's lives will never be the same, is sick. It is sick. It's not funny. It's not a game. It's not a joke. Just where I am in Savannah, we got hit relatively bad. There's still a tree on my aunt's house. I just got power back 2 days ago. I still have family members that still do not have power. In other towns, imagine your home floating away. Who gives a sugar honey iced tea what the person's skin color is? Where is the compassion? Where is the empathy? And you do unto others what you want done unto you. So, yes, we have had horrible, monstrous things happen to us as a people. But that doesn't mean we want monstrous and horrible things happening to others. God says that we're supposed to walk in his image. We're supposed to treat others how we want to be treated, no matter what people do to us. And then the fact that y'all are throwing the Lord into y'all's statements is so sick, because the wages of sin is death. And to be so filled with hate is sinful. I cannot believe, and it's like the comments that I'm seeing of people saying all praise to Yah and thank God and all of these. I feel like, you know, our Caucasian counterparts, they don't want to say it, but I'm gonna be the one to say it. Y'all dead wrong. Y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. To just be so elated in joy. I'm so disappointed. I am so disappointed. And then the fact that y'all are throwing the Lord into it is just what's making it so much worse. It's just making it 10 times worse. There is power in the tongue. You speak life and death. And what you put out into the universe, you will get back. Energy is not created nor destroyed, only transferred. Watch y'all mouths. Watch the evil spirits that y'all are possessing with inside of y'all selves. Because it's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun. And these hurricanes could go any which way. Not just these hurricanes, these national disasters. Anything can happen. And you better praise God and thank the Lord that you're not in the situation that a lot of Americans are in right now. And Lord, have mercy on y'all souls, that he don't do the same or worse to y'all. Let's stop. Like, we have to stop. Like, this is not a game. Y'all really think it's a game. People are losing their children, losing their homes, everything they've ever known, everything they've worked hard to build. Who gives a dang on what the color of somebody's skin is right now? Are y'all serious? I don't know. I really don't even have too much to say, because I'm really trying to be as nice as I possibly can and show that there are good people in this world, and that people who truly walk with Christ try to walk righteously. And I hope every day that by y'all seeing how the Lord has worked and changed my life and how he's working on me and through me, that it pulls people to Christ. Not getting up here and being happy about what other people are going through, especially when it's a detriment to their whole entire lives. Y'all be blessed.
What's up, people? What's going on? Thank you for you know what I'm saying, coming through, spending some time with me for a minute. You know what I mean? This is my channel, Kevin K. Go Hard Truth, in association with Zoo Lion Uncut. Of course, you know who I am. I'm your host, KK. Alright, so I really appreciate you being here today. I definitely do. I appreciate my subscribers. Alright, so to all my subscribers, it's just big love to you guys. You know what I mean? I got you to the end. You know what I mean? You stay down with me, I'm gonna stay down with you, and that's just what it is. Alright, I'm gonna give a special shout out to Tony Denmark 1. Okay, I'm giving a shout out to Tony Denmark 1. Alright, he came through, he gave me a nice little comment on Simeon. It was a video I did on Simeon Toko. You should check it out. That was a very, very interesting video about a certain individual. Alright, I might put that video down in the description. But you heard what was said in that first video, in that first clip. You know what I mean? From that young lady. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say about that clip, because basically I'm gonna be real careful with my words, because you gotta be careful with your words when you're talking about these things. So I'm gonna be careful. So I'm gonna say I agree with some of the things she was saying. Okay, just as far as you know, to thank the Most High, you know, for his mercy, his grace and mercy that he has on you. If you didn't have to go through those things that happened in the South, involving all those hurricanes, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, and who knows how many other hurricanes, I lost count. Okay, it's been a lot of natural disasters going on in the U.S. So we're definitely in crazy times right now. I also heard while this was going on, it was also a real bad hurricane in Mexico. So You know, it's definitely a lot going on right now. All right. So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about these hurricanes, these natural disasters, and the comments that black people have made, so-called black people that they've made about the hurricane, thanking the Most High, etc., etc. So, like I said, I agree with some of the stuff she said. Just as far as you gotta thank God, thank the Most High, if those situations didn't happen to you. Okay, so it is what it is, and also watch out for the evil. Okay, watch out for the evils. Now, even though I agree, I think that it's needed that we get some clarity on the Most High. Okay, because if you still have that religious, outlook on the Most High, the outlook that your religion gave you, then you know what I'm saying, you kind of lost. You kind of in the way. So right now, I just want to change the perception a little bit, because you really have to understand the Most High. Okay, you got to understand that religion has said that God is love. He created all people in His image, and that hate isn't a factor when it comes to the Most High, and a whole bunch of things. Okay, that I look at as misinterpretations of who the Most High is. Okay, so I've always stressed in past videos that there was a difference between the white Messiah and the so-called black Messiah. Okay, so the languages spoken in the secret societies have to do with duality. So there's always opposites that have to do with certain beliefs. Existence as a whole is just good and evil, right, left, up, down. Okay, it's the concept of opposites. So basically, I've stressed in past videos that it seems like the God that was taught about in religion, he basically just loves everybody, and he doesn't deal with negativity, evil, hate, things like that. That's not in his frame of reference. Okay, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? It's one love. It's everybody love everybody. God loves everybody. But like I said, when I read the Bible, I seen a very big difference in what was being taught in religion. So it is what it is. Okay, so let's say the black Messiah, the so-called brown, black, melanated Messiah. Okay, and the Most High, in association with the Most High, you're going to understand that he is all those things, but then also in the book it says that he is terrible. It says that the Most High is terrible. So I just think that clarity needs to be made as far as who the Most High is, because as long as you have the religious belief, then that type of language she was speaking could be swerved in another direction. Okay, because you could be in a situation where you will face repercussion because you don't understand the Most High's ways. Okay, so you have to understand he's terrible also. Okay, so you got to understand that he has unalived people. The world has been reset. It's been reset multiple times. You know what I mean? And everything. Okay, when he was talking about his people, the Israelites, you have to understand that he had gave his people orders in the book that had to do with unaliving individuals. You know what I'm saying? There was wars and skirmishes between his people and other nations, and where he had got involved, you know what I mean, on the behalf of his people and all that. And as far as the hate issue, Okay, the book is also going to say, okay, there's a group of people that he hates. Okay, so like I said, your religious belief has eliminated these facts from you. Okay, so there is a group of people that he hates. So the Most High does express hate as far as, okay, there are two nations in the book, the Ammonites and the Moabites, where he said that these two nations will never enter the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, so I'm just trying to get people to understand what's really going on. Okay, what they're really dealing with. Okay, because all these little guilt trips that's going on, it's just not gonna make sense when you understand what time frame we in, etc., etc. Another fact that I want to bring about is that, okay, as far as praising the Most High for what He's doing to these sundown towns, okay, like I said, if you got any hate in your heart for my people, okay, then it is what it is. Okay, we in a time frame of, it's an eye for an eye, it's a tooth for a tooth. What you do to me, let it be done to you. Things of that nature. Okay. Now, like I said, these so-called black people that keep on coming out of the woodworks because their perceptions have been warped in religion. Okay, you have to understand. Okay, if whatever the Most High do, whatever He say, whatever decisions He make, anything that goes on with the Most High, there is nothing you can do about it. Okay, you have to understand that. Now, if we're in judgment time and people are being judged for the things that happened in the past and the way that people have treated the Most High's children, which I've expressed heavily throughout my videos, is like, you know what I mean, I've been trying to put out the warning, like somebody is going to have to pay for the treatment, how the so-called black people have been treated. Okay, somebody has to pay for that. Okay, karma is what it is. It comes back around. It's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so just because people felt like they could do what they wanted to do, but there wasn't going to be no repercussion, that has nothing to do with us. That doesn't have to do nothing with me. That don't have nothing to do with nothing. Okay, this has to do with the Most High and how He set it up to be. Okay, He the one who set it up like that. Okay, what you do to others, it comes back to you. It is what it is. Okay, it's a universal concept. So if this is the Most High's doing, there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, and any type of little negativity that you want to spew on His decisions, you the one that's gonna be looking crazy. You the one that's gonna be looking crazy. Okay, because you're going against a being that has created all things. He is supreme. So anytime human beings or people that was created by Him think that they're going to talk trash to Him and they're going to tell Him what they think and like He got to bend or listen, He don't have to do nothing. He doesn't have to do nothing. He does what He wants to do, and that has to be respected. So in the position of His people, you have to understand, okay, if for His people, when the Father makes a decision, they're going to be cool with it. They're going to be happy with it because their Father did that. He made the decision, and it is what it is. It's so. There's nothing you can do about it. Okay? But you're supposed to be mad and sad because the Most High said, I'm doing this. I'm making this decision. I'm destroying these people. What you going to do? Okay, it was written in the book. Okay? Born in the promised land, He told Moses and And who was it? Moses and his 2 sons. He told them, go in there and slew everybody. Slew everybody. Don't bring nobody back. Don't bring nobody back. Don't be murdering their wives. Don't do none of that. Okay? That's what the Most High said. So who do you really think you're dealing with? So that's basically all I'm going to say as far as that clip is concerned. I don't want to get too much into it. I really appreciate, you know what I'm saying, once again for y'all being here. Go ahead and hit that like button for me. I really appreciate that. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Alright, let's continue.
So North Carolina, did y'all really think y'all were gonna hang a black man and get away with it? Really? Did you really think, North Carolina, that you were going to hang a black man, say that he committed suicide and get away with that shit? Fuck no. You know, that's why God sent Helene, you know, flooded out all that shit. Yeah, look, man, all these sundown towns, I want God to destroy them. All of them. I want him to drown them people out. I don't care, man. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. All sundown towns. Look. I'm asking for it. I'm asking for the destruction of sundown towns. But y'all thought y'all was going to hang people and that it was just going to, no, not my God. Not my God. Yeah, I want my God to come up in there and destroy all that shit.
Yeah. My man was funny as I don't know what. Okay, my man was funny as I don't know what, because it's like, that's just how people feel. That's how, you know, that's what it is. That's how people feel. My man said, I don't give a fuck. Now let's analyze this. Let's analyze this for a minute, okay? Because, I mean, look, I read the Bible, right? I read the Bible, and it was real obvious to me, even when I was in religion. Even when I was in religion, it was real obvious to me that my God, my Father, and the religious people's fathers are 2 different individuals. Obviously, okay, it was obvious. So, like I said, I picked up on the facts nice and early. Like the Most High I know, he don't play around. Okay, he is gracious and mercy. He has grace and mercy. He is kind. He is everything positive. But at the same time, He made his people in his image. He made his people in his image. So basically, we can look at ourselves. We can look at ourselves and be like, and we could see similarities between us and him. Okay, so you think that you can play with him though? Like I said, I've been getting the vibe like people been thinking he like a pushover. Okay, like you think you can play with him? This is where I be confused. This is where I be confused with people. Hearing about people that talking about they angry at God. They beefing because of this and that and this and that. Okay, all my life I have not understood that under no degree, because I know I'm dealing with. I know that I'm dealing with a being that is so high that you would just be nuts to think that you're going to go against that, or that your opinion even matters to someone like that that's telling you my ways are not your ways and my thoughts are not your thoughts. Basically, he's just saying you're nothing like me. You're not on my level at all. Like, that's the language, okay? Like I said, people ain't been reading their Bibles. You know what I'm saying? People ain't been reading their Bibles, but it is what it is, okay? So I read the book and say, okay, his people were supposed to be in slavery for 400 years, and then it was supposed to end. then it was supposed to end. See, people don't understand what's going on right now. So I'm saying you can't really speak. You gotta, as far as that young lady in that first video, you know, she gotta understand. You know what I mean? You don't want to be one of those people that's gonna be found going against him. Okay? You got something to say about it, or you don't want to be one of those people that's protecting his enemies. Okay? Because also in the book it says that he has enemies and his people have enemies. See, once again, these are facts that people in religion ain't talking about. Okay, y'all all been love bombed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just do what you want to do. Like, you can just do what you want to do. Okay, the world going wild right now. The key is to figure out, like, well, what's the purpose? Why is this happening? What's going on with this? This look normal? Like, does this look normal to you, all this stuff going on right now? No. It obviously doesn't. Okay? So there's something big going on right now. Okay? So you best believe there's a possibility that the Most High he is going in right now. He is going ham. Okay? And when he do what he want to do, there's nothing you can do about it, even if it was you. Or, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not in those positions, but if you know, his children that are in a humble state and are able to accept whatever he does, whatever decision he makes, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's really what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the differences between pride and we're dealing with the difference between pride and ego. Okay, being pride and ego, and being humble and meek. We're dealing with the differences. Okay? So his children is the humble and meek. They gonna be like, whatever you decide to do, you know what I mean? It's cool. It's cool with me. It's accepted because your way is his way is the best way. Good, or whether it looks good or bad, his way is the best way. Okay? The Bible be saying even if you gotta lose your life in this situation, he can bring you back. You know what I'm saying? If you want his children, he gonna bring you back. It is what it is. So I'm just trying to decode this language from this young lady in the first video because, like I said, I hear some stuff that makes sense, some stuff that sounds right on a lot of levels. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch what you're saying out your mouth and you know, be humble and be thankful. It's not you, but like I said, him, the Most High, and his children are one. So basically, if whatever he decides to do, just be looking for his children to be like, yeah, yeah, like way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, way to go, Dad. Way to go, Father. I see you. Okay, so I just don't want to get the language of what's the things being said to be misinterpreted. And she, like she mentioned in that video, she was like, oh yeah, we've been through monstrous things. And then she paused for a second, okay? So, you know, you got to watch out for stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because people's minds is, like I said, people is different. We're not all the same. We're not all the same. Even though some of us look the same, we're not the same. So understand that. Like, some people was made to defend all people. They just ready to defend their enemies and everything. Okay? And everything. But nah. Whatever the Most High do, whatever his will is, it's gonna be done, whether you like it or you don't. And that has to be addressed. And his ways and his character need to be more understood. Okay? There are a lot of scriptures in the book that have been hidden from you if you've been dealing in religion. He tells you what his personality is. He tells you the kinds of things he do in the Bible. He's telling you what he stands for in the book. So for you to think he don't hate nobody, if you think that he got people that, like, everybody on this earth is going with him, he said they're not. Okay? He said they're not. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? You gonna change it? You love everybody. You know, come on, man. It's time to get real. That way, when all these little wild events happen on the earth, then you can understand who you really dealing with. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Did y'all hear about them Sundown Towns that just got swept away in the hurricane? Well, I bet y'all didn't know. Oh, you did? Okay, good. I bet y'all didn't know that just days prior to them getting swept away in a hurricane, which, by the way, only the Sundown Towns got affected as badly as we see it on our timelines. Yeah, but just days prior to that, guess what? On Telegram, right? Apparently, there's a group. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but they just got caught by Homeland Security and the FBI. Now, apparently, word on the street is allegedly they've been planning to do incite a race war here in America. The plan was to incite a global race war. Baby, it's people from all over the globe in that group, in that Telegram group. Look it up. It's here on TikTok. They got a video about it as well. Apparently, word on the street is that they was teaching each other how to make them kablooies, the big kablooies, so that the ones that got pipes in them. They was teaching each other how to do that, how to do them acts of. I can't say it because of community guidelines, but use your imagination. It goes in a box and you package it up and you leave it. Okay, it may come with a detonator. They was teaching each other how to do that. They was giving each other advice on how to fulfill these tasks. And basically, it was all due to the election. It was going to start kicking off around the election. As you can tell, we're close to the election. So for 30 days, things were supposed to kick off here, there, everywhere. They all plan to do it globally. And they was just caught by Homeland Security. Now, how is it that y'all was just caught by Homeland Security and then literally days later after you're caught by Homeland Security, all of a sudden 3 hurricanes sweep through and the only thing that gets taken out is them Sundown Towns? Baby, God is trying to tell you something. Let go of that hate from your heart, because it is driving you into the deepest, darkest pits of hell. We not even worried about y'all like this. What is wrong with y'all? Baby, I know y'all hate to lose. Y'all really do hate to lose. Oh my God. Who does shit like this? They was gonna start here in America and it was gonna become a global thing. It was just gonna be stuff happening globally. And all of it starting with America and then just going everywhere to every other country. There's people from literally every country you could think of in that group, and they are pissed that the colored folks is waking up and we on our shit, we on our grind, we doing what the fuck we gotta do. They pissed right now. They don't want to see no black woman in that office. So they was ready to insurrection Armageddon style. Yeah. God trying to tell y'all something. Maybe y'all should listen.
See, this is amazing. You know what I mean? This is amazing. Because people don't even know what Sundown Towns are. Okay? It's a lot of people I be talking to, and they don't even know. They never even heard of a Sundown Town. I'd be like, you heard about them hurricanes hitting them Sundown Towns? They'd be like Sundown Towns? What's that? You know what I'm saying? That's amazing to know. Okay? So, like I said, people is not educated on really what's going on in this world. Okay? Sundown Towns, that's where, okay, that's a restriction on color, so-called people of color, so-called black people, brown melanated individuals. That's where you got a curfew, it's some type of curfew placed on that town, okay, for so-called black people. After a certain time, you got to be in the house or out of the city limits at a certain time, you know what I mean? Or, that might be the end of you, okay? So, like I said, people got this idea, because I be talking to people and then people be like, it's just some illusion. It's some type of illusion that people living in where they just be like, slavery is over, slavery is dead, it doesn't matter, nothing about those events matters anymore, racism, is over or is dealt with or something, and I'll be looking at people crazy, like are you even listening to what you're saying to yourself? Like, you know what I mean? And people believe it. You know what I'm saying? People believe it strongly. Like, it's unreal. Then you're dealing with this evidence that's been going on, but it wasn't being talked about, which is another issue. But Sundown Towns still in operation. Okay, from what I hear, all over America, they say it's Sundown Towns on the West Coast. Okay, so you'll be surprised. This is still an active situation going on, and people just think that it's just kumbaya out here, like it ain't no real issues going on out here. And people were acting like the girl in the first video. I'm gonna keep going back to her. Like, she just feels like there's no reason for the reactions that's coming out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just made up. It shouldn't be going on. It's just back to that whole religious outlook that says your life can be made hell because our lives was made hell. Okay, our life, we've been unalive, okay, heavily throughout history. Okay, we done lost our children, we done lost our properties and homes and everything, still leading up to today. Okay, still leading up to today. So if you think that people that's been brutalized for hundreds of years not gonna feel no type of happiness or something, no type of redemption or something, when it happens to people that's doing it to them, that's absurd. That's absurd. That wouldn't even make sense. Okay. Like I said, and I've experienced these things myself. Okay, I know for a fact the system it ain't never worked for us. Okay, and women be all delusional because women just feel like, okay, they got their little job, they got their career, they got a little house and a car, they good. Okay, but that's why there's been a war on men, because men been basically dealing with all of it. Okay, men know what the truth is. Women is living in some type of fairy tale. They've been living in some type of fairy tale land because these things don't frequently occur with you guys. Okay, you guys don't feel the abuse and the stress because everybody trying to get with y'all. Okay, understand that. Okay, so I just want people to know that. Also, I'm making a comment on this young lady. In this clip, she talking about Kamala. People keep talking about Kamala. Okay, that's really getting on my nerves. Okay, that's really getting on my nerves because everybody feels like all these plots and everything that's going on has to do with some type of conspiracy on Kamala Harris. Okay, is wrong. Okay, you wrong as hell because Kamala is not black. Okay, Kamala is not a black, so-called black woman. Understand that. Kamala Harris is not a so-called black woman. I'm gonna say it again. Okay. So for anybody who thinks that is people, and it may be, okay, when I rethink about it, okay, because I know how critically people are deceived to think that Kamala Harris is one of us, is one of my people. False. Okay, false. I got a video in my playlist. Okay, it's called "Stop Saying That Kamala is Black," because she's not. Right, where we got Judge Joe Brown just giving her the business, calling her a hoe, and what he said she a hoe, And she not black. You know what I'm saying? She not black. Her mother or her father is not black. There are no black people, so-called black people in her family. So I really want people to stop saying that and to understand that she's lying to you. Okay, I just seen a video, she was cooking collard greens, and I was like, she was cooking collard greens in a bathtub. Alright, she's lying to y'all real bad. So, yeah, I have to say something about that. And that video will be in the description. Once again, go ahead and hit that like button for me. And go ahead and comment below. Alright, for all the people that got something to say, or you want to fight for Kamala and her blackness. Let's do it. Let's get it on. Let's get it on then, cause she's not. Alright.
I don't know about y'all, but I feel like Hurricane Helene was doing God work. Because all those towns that got destroyed in North Carolina, guess who lived in them towns? Wasn't us.
Alright. So before we continue, let me just say, I am a brown-skinned, melanated girl that survived Katrina and lost everything in floodwater. Okay, so let's get that straight. But now we're gonna get into this. It's come to my attention that a lot of people on this app don't realize that Sundown Towns still exists, or even know what a sundown town is. So let me catch you up to speed, okay? So sundown towns are basically towns where melanated people either need to be inside at a certain time, or they need to be outside of the city limits at a certain time. And like I said, those still exist in 2024. If you don't believe me, all the people that drive from New Orleans to Houston to New Orleans, y'all know there are certain cities on I-10 that you not gonna stop at. You don't care if your tires falling off. You don't care if your whole front end falling off. Your car could be smoking. There is no way in hell you gonna stop in those certain cities along I-10 on your way either to Houston from New Orleans or from Houston to New Orleans. Like, you're not gonna stop. Sundown towns are the reason why we pack food for the road. If y'all don't believe me, y'all could go online and Google a map of all the sundown towns that still exist. And it's just mighty coincidental that Hurricane Helene flooded out a lot of those sundown towns. No, I'm not saying that they deserved it. I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying. I don't think anybody deserves to lose their entire lives, you know, at the blink of an eye because of a storm. But it's mighty fucking coincidental. Okay? They exist. Don't be delusional. They're still out there. There's still racism out there. You know, I feel like people brushing it under a rug because it's a tragedy. I get that. But the facts of the situation is that a lot of these places were sundown towns. Do I think people or anybody deserve? No. But again, the facts are that a lot of these places that flooded out unexpectedly were sundown towns. Feel free to go ahead and Google it. Not all, but some of them. Most of them. A lot of them.
You heard what she said. That's somebody from the area. She said it's still been going on. That's what shocks me. What shocks me is that it's been going on, but it took for this hurricane to hit for people to be coming on the internet and be talking about the sundown town issues. But you heard what she said. She named places. She named highways and all that. Like, okay, this is man, common knowledge. Okay, common knowledge. Now I ain't even gonna lie. Okay, shorty accent was doing something to me. Okay, I ain't never heard that. I never heard nobody. I ain't gonna say I ain't never heard. I don't know, some way she said or whatever, doing something to me. So anyway, yeah, man, still in effect. Still been affected. Okay, so like I said, people thought this wasn't gonna come back. Okay, this is insane. This is insane. The problem is because, like I said, you've been in religion. Religion ain't tell you they was talking about the people that you hate. Okay, so now we're gonna have to deal with the facts. See, people ain't understand. This is new knowledge to the world right now, that you've been hating the people that people been going to church or going into their religions to try to be, or something like that. Like, okay, like you hate the so-called black people. You hate it. The world hates the so-called black people, of course, because that's not who they really are. Of course, we know that. Okay, that the so-called brown people, they're not melanated. So-called black people, they're not that. Okay. So the question has been, who are they for real? Okay, so like I said, everybody had all this hatred, all this feeling, all this superiority complex that people been having over the so-called brown people. Okay, like I said, Vladimir Putin opened the vault and revealed to the world that the white Jesus is actually the so-called black melanated Messiah, Yahusha. Okay, this information came out. Okay, that pretty much put everything in perspective, that the people that had been so much hated in this world are actually the chosen people, which is going back to that chick in that first clip. I'm gonna keep bringing her up, you know what I'm saying, because she was there was some things that I agreed with, but there was a lot of things she was saying that had to do with lack of knowledge. Okay, it had to do with lack of knowledge. So in this particular case, and as far as setting the road straight, okay, as far as perception is concerned, okay, when you're dealing with it from this perspective that, okay, the Most High's Jews, quoted by Adolf Hitler, the Most High's Jews have been in America. Okay, he wrote it in his memoirs that America has stolen the Most High's Jews, which is another video I did that will most likely be in the description. Okay, and when you understand that, and when you see these events transpiring in towns where they just hate my people, like what are you expecting of individuals to say? And on top of that, if this is the Most High's doing, and if this is his decision, okay, what's supposed to be the reaction? I'm confused. Someone has to make it clear to me. Like I told you, I'm watching my words, and I want to make sure I'm saying the right things, etc., saying it the right way. But this is what we're dealing with. Okay, first shall be last, and last shall be first. Okay, if we're in a power shift, if we're in a shift, if we're doing the end of slavery into a new way, then what would you expect to happen, ladies? Okay, because I gotta talk to the ladies, because the ladies don't have that. They don't have that mind that a man with his eyes open would have in this particular situation. Okay, I told you that if the lady's been in some type of fairy tale, and most men too. I'm not gonna exclude the men like we all can see. No, we can't. But at the same time, yeah, it's a lot of deceived men too. That's on the same stuff. Okay, but the point of the matter is that, okay, Most High's people are waking up to who they really are, which is they're the chosen people. They are the true Jews, the Israelites spoken about in the Bible. Okay? So if everything is being flipped around topsy-turvy, what do you think it would look like? Okay? I'm just telling you, I'm just breaking down the whole strategy for you so I can shut up all this nonsense. Okay? Because basically like it is. If it's been people that's been in power for hundreds of years and then something says that it's over, if it's over, time's up, and them people are not, they don't have any inclinations to stop what they're doing. They're actually going to fight to stay where they're at. What do you think would have to happen? Okay, that force would have to be implied. Okay? And if you're dealing with the Most High that I know him to be, he's going to do that. Okay, he's going to do that with no problem. No problem and no explanation. And that's what's happening. And people don't like it. And it is what it is. But
Grand Rising TikTok. Man, I just found out that the hurricane only hit all Sundown Towns all across the South. Tennessee, North Carolina, Florida, all them Sundown Towns, God came through and wiped out the whole city. And remember now, we got 3 more hurricanes coming next week. I hope Yahushua will make it 15 hurricanes. I mean, this is good news. This is good news. I love hurricanes. I tell you, I love hurricanes. I love tornadoes. I love that. I love it because that's the work of God. Anytime God do some work like that, that's his work. We can't do nothing about it. Just stay out of it. Just leave. And when you come back, you ain't gonna come back to no.
It seemed like that storm hit a bunch of Sundown Towns. I don't know. You tell me. Y'all tell me. But it seemed like a lot of the places where it hit, and it didn't even hit none of the places it was really supposed to hit the hardest. It hit a bunch of the Sundown Towns up there in North Carolina and Tennessee. Now, I'm not wishing bad on them, but I'm just saying, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know what's going on.
I'm telling you, man, my intuition be working crazy sometimes because that's exactly what I was thinking, and it seems like I was right. It is a lot of Sundown Towns. Let's check it out together.
I think y'all understand how bad it is in the southeast right now. We have towns that don't exist anymore. Chimney Rock is gone.
He just mentioned Chimney Rock. Now we're gonna look up the demographic in Chimney Rock. Let's check it out. Chimney Rock demographics. The racial makeup of the village was 94% white. You know what I'm saying? Native American. Then you got other races. Black is not even in there. Alright. So there's a goes fact number 1 for y'all. It's crazy. Let's check out another one.
The city of Asheville is cut off from the world. This is not an.
Now let's check out Asheville. Let's see what the demographic of Asheville is like. Asheville, we got 80% white, black or African American 10%, and then the other races 4%, and then 1%. So as you can see, the majority is like white, and you know that's somewhat of a sundown town, or obviously majority of a white town. So yeah. You know, he's right. And my intuition was right, too. Let's see what else you say real quick.
This is on Highway 123 heading from Aisley to Greenville. And this was a 1-mile-long line to get gas because they were the only people we knew around that had gas left. I got all the way to the end and they were out. They had no gas. We checked every gas station in Pickens and Aisley and Liberty.
So I guess you said, Easley, Pickens, and Liberty. I'm not sure what state these towns are in, but I'm gonna try to look them up real quick since it's sort of relevant, obviously. Let's see what we got. So we got Pickens, North Carolina. We got 72% white, 13% black African American, and then 11% other races and Asian, 1%. All right, so it's looking like a majority Caucasian so far. Let's see what else we got. Then finally we got Liberty, Tennessee, 91% white, 7% black African American, and then less than 1% Asian. And as a matter of fact, black African American is less than 1%. Other races is 7%. So yeah, looking like a majority Caucasian and heathen Sundown Town. So yeah, there you go. Interesting, isn't it? Just as I was thinking.
So I'm a black American. I've never believed that this country cares about me whatsoever. I've known that since I was a child. But I didn't think that this country would play in everyone's faces as they have over the last year. So I'm sitting here watching videos of the damage done by Hurricane Helene in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, Tennessee, and all these different places that have been decimated. And as I'm doing that, I get a notification, a news notification that another aid package has been approved to Israel from the United States, right? Something like over $8 billion, which, if I'm correct, will bring the total of aid packages just over the last year to Israel to over $15 billion. And I'm just like, how is anybody at this point, not just black Americans, not just the most marginalized, but legitimately anybody who's not extremely wealthy, supposed to think that this country gives a singular shit about you? Right? Like, if you are in Georgia right now, right? If you're in Augusta, or you're in Asheville, North Carolina, and you get that same notification that I just got, like, is that your villain origin story at that moment, right? Like how do you watch your house like float away, or how do you watch the road that you drove on yesterday completely collapse? Your kids screaming and crying for food and because they're scared. And you get a notification that your country is going to provide more aid to Israel to continue to bombard not just Gaza now, but Lebanon. Like, how do you... Again, I knew this country didn't give a shit about me, but the country apparently doesn't care about anybody.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true, people. That's a fact that people they're gonna have to understand. Okay, America does not care about you. Okay, I don't care what color you are. Okay, this situation doesn't have it has. No, I'm not gonna say that. This situation has a lot to do about color. Okay, there's a subject that has a whole lot to do about color. Okay, that's true. Okay, but the majority of of everything about this situation has to do with color, actually. But the perception is off. But in this particular, in the physical world, it's gonna have to be leaned towards money. Okay. So in this situation, and in any other situation, because in the past it was still going on, but people couldn't see it. Basically, okay, America doesn't care about you. Okay, whenever there's a disaster or something, some type of catastrophe that happens in America, basically they don't do nothing. Okay, or they'll do just a little bit just to be on the news, but that's about it. Okay. But let something happen overseas, let something happen with Israel or some, then all of a sudden billions of dollars just come out of everywhere. Okay, but when something happens to America and its constituents, okay, they don't get aid, they don't get billions of dollars to recover. Okay, so this illusion of America has your best interest at heart, okay, this basically needs to be put to an end, okay? And it's going to be put to an end in 2024 because you're looking at it, okay, that situation that happened in Hawaii, okay, that Maui situation, okay, you had billionaires, millionaires talking about donate money. You know what I'm saying? Oprah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, okay? Billionaires, millionaires asking for money, okay? So, how America really feels is right here in front of you. It's on the table, okay? Anything that has to do with Israel, billions of dollars just come out at all times. At all times. And they not the true Jews, okay? They telling you they the true Jews because they call themselves Ish. Okay, there's Ish at the end of it. You're kind of like, sort of like, jive like, you're close but not quite, etc., etc. Okay? So, like I said, and then the knowledge of the true Jews, the people that's just been down here, that's been in this country being treated like shit, it is what it is. It is what it is. But now the sun has come out, like I said, and now it's time to ante up. Now it's time to ante up now. So it makes perfect sense to me. And like I said, the Most High said that this was going to happen. Okay, why do you think books were removed from the Bible? Because basically the books that were removed basically had to do with the judgments. The judgments had to do with the Most High's judgments to the earth, his enemies, all that. Okay? So, it's really common knowledge. It's really common knowledge for the people that search for the knowledge, okay? But if you stayed in religion, then religion were ordered not to talk to you about this. Let's say that. They were given instructions not to talk to you about this. Alright, that's why everybody looking confused. That's why everybody looking confused. They don't understand what's going on. The Most High wouldn't do this. He wouldn't do this. He's all about love. Have you read those stories in the book? Like, have you read the things that what he's already done and the things that he said he was going to do in the future? I don't think so. I don't think you've read it or something. Like, I wouldn't think he was so Mr. Nice Guy once you read what he said for yourself. Like, tried to warn you. I tried to warn you people, but people ain't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a perfect opportunity. This is a perfect opportunity to give thanks to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Thank you to the Most High. I really appreciate it. I love you, Father. All right? All love, all praise. Whatever he do, that's what he do. Okay? Whatever he do, that's what he do. Can't do nothing about it, like I said. So I think this would be a perfect time to give some praise to the Most High. Okay? And that's what it's all about. He's gonna show you who he really is. Since y'all had him all confused, now he gotta get physical. He gotta get physical. Alright? So yeah, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yeah, you ain't right with him, you better get right, cause he ain't playing. So I'm trying to break down who he is. I've been trying to warn people for a minute, but like I said, you better get right. You better get right, and you better understand that you're basically nothing to him. Okay? You better understand this ain't no game. You're only something if he say you're something. If he say you're nothing, then you're nothing. It doesn't matter who you think you are. Like, so you better humble yourself. You better humble yourself. You got that pride, you better get rid of it. If you think you can talk trash to him, you messed up. If you think you can talk trash, you messed up to him. You messed up. So it is what it is. So that's what it is. Most High is the boss. He is the boss. He is the father. Deal with it. So I thank everybody for being here. I thank you for cooling out with me for a minute. I'm not saying I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna say what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that whoever's going against the Most High and his decision making and got something to say about what he do, what can you do about it? You know what I mean? And you can't do jack. You can't do jack. So you might as well just get in line. So I thank you once again. Thank you to my subscribers. All right. Catch me back here on my next video. This wasn't the video that I said that I was going to do next, but I felt like this one needed to be put out first. So, you know, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. So go ahead and do me a favor before I go and hit that like button. Go ahead and comment below. Let's rewind this. Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. And go ahead and comment below so we can discuss this. Okay? So we can discuss this. What's it looking like in the world for the people looking? Okay? Does this look normal? Does these little natural catastrophes, they look normal that's going on all over the world? Earthquakes and everything going on right now. Sundown Towns being destroyed. Does this look normal? Right? No, it doesn't. Okay? Are the so-called black people wrong for giving the Most High praise in these Sundown Towns destruction events? Are they in the wrong for this? All right. Any issue that you want to discuss, just put it in the comments below, and yeah, we're gonna discuss it. All right. And always know, okay, when you subscribe to my channel and you make a nice comment, I'm gonna shout you out in my videos. Okay. Always at all times, I'm gonna put you out there. All right. I'm gonna shine the spotlight on you. All right. So anyway, y'all make sure y'all have a great day and y'all have a great night. And your man K is out.
We playing chess, not checkers over here.